All right, so for this class, we're going to be looking at the principle of balance, graphic design, the principle of balancing. All right, so here we are at a Canva platform. So we go to custom, and then we put our units at inches, and then let's just play around 50 by 50. Okay. All right, so my interface has opened. I don't want to use any of the templates. I'll just go back. All right, so here am I. This is my layout. Now you have to understand that the principle of balancing is very key in the world of graphic design. Yes, it's very key in your graphic design journey. If you understand balancing very well, just as the theory I've sent to you all to read, yeah, you will get to, you will not just design. All right, you will design uh with the clear knowledge that you know what you're doing. All right, you will understand the language, the laws that govern graphic design. So when next you're designing from today upward, after watching this video, you will learn to observe the principle of balancing. Now we have three types of balancing. We have the symmetrical balancing, we have the asymmetrical balancing, and the radial balancing. All right, so let's look at this. This is symmetrical balancing, so you get to know. Let me go to text and just bring in text. All right, so I'll just type my name is Collins. All right. Okay. So let me format this to capital letters, and then it's already centralized. Now look at this format. Now you will see this. This is alignment format. So you will see this. This is left hand alignment. This is centralized alignment. This is right hand alignment. This is justifying or justification alignment. All right. All right. So let's keep it at centralized alignment, and then we're back here. All right, so symmetrical balancing is when from the end of this layout to where your element starts, and then from the end of this other layout to, or let's say symmetrical balancing is when from the end of your right hand layout is the same size, same space as the same is the both end, that the same size, is centralized. Your design, your element is centralized. It's not somewhere here. It's not somewhere here. It's not somewhere here. Symmetrical balancing is when from your right hand to your element is the same size as your left hand to your element. So this design is balanced symmetrically. So when you're designing, look at designs like this. You see everything is balanced on this design symmetrically. You see everything is centralized. The space from the right to the left is the same with the space from the left to the right. All right, everything is balanced symmetrically. The logo and the name of the organization is balanced symmetrically. The smartphone is balanced symmetrically. So the space from my left to the right is the same. So when you're designing and then you want to play around with symmetrical balancing, make sure that everything is well balanced symmetrically. That's in terms of, even if it's not just text, even if it's not just text element, whichever element you want to use, be it lines, be it images, whatever element you're playing around with, let it be balanced symmetrically. All right, so let me take this off. So assuming you want to balance this your design asymmetrically. Now we're looking at asymmetrical balancing. You want to balance it asymmetrically. Asymmetrically is when everything let's go back to formats. All right, let's go back to formats, and then let's put it at either left, okay, either right or left. All right, so let's leave it at left, and then this is asymmetrical balancing. Asymmetrical balancing is when one side, either the left hand, everything is balanced. You see where the Collins is, my name is. Now the Collins, the space, the Collins and my name, they are like mine. They are on the same line, and then it's balanced. But this other side, the size of from my left to where the text starts from is bigger than from where the text end to this other right hand frame. All right, so this is a symmetrical balance. You see, whatever you're doing, whatever next you're going to bring in, should balance symmetrically with this. Okay, this is asymmetrical balancing. Sorry, I meant to say this is asymmetrical balancing. Everything is balanced asymmetrically. All right, let me bring in a photo so you see Okay, all right. So look at this. Now you see on this design, we have a symmetrical and a symmetrical balancing method played out here. You see where the logo is and the name. You see the assorted drink and snacks with healthy meal. You see how everything is balanced on one side. This is a symmetrical balancing. And when you are playing around this, make sure that this is where alignment comes in now. This is where the principle of alignment comes in now, which we'll get to talk about alignment in our next class. Make sure that they're all arranged. You see the way they're on a straight line as if they were placed on a ruler. Yes. Make sure that all aligned. Observe this principle and then you will have a very cool and very neat work. You see, so this is asymmetrical balancing now. All right, so that's it. So let's look at something next before we get to the last balancing, which is the radial balancing. All right, so the next one we're going to be looking at, let me take this off, is designs that contain both symmetrical balancing and asymmetrical balancing. Yeah, there are designs that contain the both of them. All right, in fact, there are designs that contains the three of them. All right, so let's play around that. Okay, so yeah, designs like this, you get to see symmetrical balancing here and asymmetrical balancing if you look closely. All right, so but at the end of the day, okay, now majorly the central focus of the entire design is symmetrical, but in the midst of this symmetrical, there are other elements on the design that are being balanced, that are like minor focus that are being balanced asymmetrically, like where we have the name tag, all the typography font there are all balanced asymmetrically, but the general design on itself, all the elements put together are balanced on the layout symmetrically. All right, so you see where we have the Len smartphone graphic design, everything there is balanced asymmetrically. All right, so you see where we have the what you will learn, everything there is balanced symmetrically, but the other side is balanced asymmetrically. All right, so let me just bring out another design that carries more of asymmetrical and then symmetrical, but majorly many times some designs are balanced. There is a general major balancing principle used, but inside of the entire design itself, we get to play around other balancing method style. All right, on the design. So look at this. All right, so you see when we get to look at this design now, this design we're looking at majorly asymmetrical balancing here. Majorly on this design, we're looking at asymmetrical balancing majorly on this design. The images are asymmetrically balanced. The name tag on each of the images are symmetrically balanced, but the images themselves are asymmetrically balanced. Now we have the smartphone graphic design. The graphic design itself is balanced asymmetrically and symmetrically. Yes, asymmetrically in text format. Sorry, symmetrically in text format, asymmetrically in layout format, where it's been placed on the layout. One side is bigger than one side. All right. So this is when you combine everything, both asymmetrically and symmetrically, just to achieve a balance. You look at the design now; it looks balanced, but we're playing around, both the element, the element balancing, and then everything will get into balance on the layout itself. Just get it, understand it. All right, so it's simple. All right, so we look at the third type of balancing, which is the radial balancing. Those ones you commonly see them on logos, on badges. They're always in one place. They're not always in one place to communicate a message. Many times they move around. Like, let's see, let's bring in something so we get to see. All right, so we see this logo. Yeah, this is a radial balance. You see the logo, the Akpabio Youth Club being curved. We have Unity Forever curved, and then everything, all the elements, they're just playing around in the design, and then on the logo, they're just there, choked up together, but there is a balance. All right, they are being curved in a nice way, and then it's like that. So you get to see this, so that when next you're pulling up a design, you get to know, okay, this is what this is for, and this is what this is for, so that in case you're being asked to create a logo of this nature, you just know that you are going to be playing around radial balancing. All right, so that's basically it. All right, so so now assuming you are bringing in image, let me bring in an image and show you something. So assuming we have to bring in an image, and then I bring in this image, and then let's take out the background, and then okay, so we take out the background, and then I'm to balance this. So this image now is balanced symmetrically. All right, I'm to balance it asymmetrically is for me to take it one side. All right, and then this is balanced asymmetrically now. But as a professional graphic designer, please take notes of this. You see, when you are using images on graphics on your design, any image that's any part of the body is cut out, Like now you see my two hands are cut out because of the original photo. They were not captured. All right. So it's better you put them in a frame. You get a frame. Get a frame at Element. All right. So you get to have a good job because you see now that's a frame. So you get to have a good job because it doesn't look, it's not nice like this. You can't have this on your design except you want to blur, except you are blurring, you are going to blur this part of the hand with a blurring element, or except you are going to bring in another image and then that has complete hands and place side by side with it until like where we have many images together. But in case you're not doing that, just frame it, okay? Just drag it and put inside the frame, and then that's it. All right. But now we still have my head cutter. It doesn't really matter because it's inside the frame. All right. So it's inside the frame now. You can even bring in a frame. You can go to style and add a frame. That's 4 cm stroke weights. That's the weight. So that's it. So we have this. All right. So you can now choose to balance it symmetrically, or you can arrange. You can still balance them symmetrically by arranging other photos to add to it. Okay. So the 3 dots, select multiple, click and group them, and then reduce the size. So we have this. Okay. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Let's balance it. All right. So it's balanced now. Okay. So it is as simple as this. All right. So I'll give classwork. Just follow the classwork I'm dropping down so you get to understand. Thank you.